Hey, what's happening, my most illustrious fam? It's me again. I'm here to, well, I'm here to do the taste testing that I do, but this is more out of necessity because I really haven't eaten today, and I'm feeling very. Was out running some errands and got caught up in that. I did eat something then, but it really wasn't setting too well with me, so it's almost like not eating because I didn't feel good. And I figured this is an opportunity to try one of these big cup of noodles from Nissin. Um, Tonkatsu flavor, which I'm really, really excited about. I love Tonkatsu ramen. These are the big cup noodles. I was looking for the Pro Cup noodles. Pro Cup seems to have like really big pieces of meat and ingredients, shrimp, things like that. Couldn't find the Pro Cup, found the big cup. I don't know if it just has more in it or if the pieces are bigger. I have no idea. I've never had these, but we're gonna get into them right now. I told myself to get the fork out before I started recording. But did I listen to myself? No, of course not. How can I expect anybody to listen to me when I don't even listen to me? Oh, I don't really have anything specific to talk about today. A couple of observations I made throughout the day without getting too specific. Let's see. One of the things I like about these cup noodles is that you don't have to like open up packages and pour them out. It's already pretty much in there. It doesn't really smell like anything. But anyways, let me pour this and I'll try and get into what I'm going to talk about. Yes. I got to give that about 3 minutes. I'm going to kind of mentally eyeball 3 minutes because I don't want to set the timer or anything. There, put that on top. Let that settle over there. First off, space. I was speaking to an acquaintance, and he was telling me about how he tries to help people because it's in his nature to do that. But you always get certain people who take advantage of that aspect, who don't know when to just, that's enough now, okay? It's borderline harassment. Everybody wants to help people. Everybody has it in their heart. Well, okay, not everybody, but for the most part, it's human nature to want to help someone. You see someone on the street, down on their luck, you got a couple of bucks, you want to give it to them. Not for the glory and the fame, and oh, look what I did, I'm such a good person. It's just maybe you've been there before. Maybe you've experienced that before, where you were down on your luck and needed just a little something to get you by. You feel that for your fellow man, and you want to help him out. And it's a good feeling, just when you do it of your own accord and you're not pushed into it and you're not looking to get anything in return. It's a really good feeling. What's not a good feeling are those who say, hey, you did it once, why don't you do it again and again and again and again and again? And it's like, what have I done? I've kind of painted myself into a corner here. And that becomes it takes out, it really kills your spirit. Your charitable spirit gets murdered. Because it's like, man, I just want everyone to leave me alone and respect my space and my time. Which leads me to the other thing that I was thinking of is people's time and the importance of that time. I don't think anybody should really dictate how anybody else spends their time. Even if you see it as a waste of time, it's their time to waste. I say that because I've found myself in situations where it's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. Oh, cool. Can you do this for me or that for me? And I'm like, well, the plan was to do nothing. I was really enjoying doing nothing, and now you're taking that away from me. I don't want to be a jerk about it. I really don't. But it's like, well, if you did this much, maybe you'll do a little more and a little more, and it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? I don't like asking people for things. I do not. I really don't like asking people for favors. If I really need it, I'll try my best to correspond with their schedule because I'm the one asking for the favor. So they shouldn't be inconvenienced by me at all. Zero. And if they do put themselves out a little bit, I appreciate it and I try and show that appreciation and I try to keep my request at a minimum. Just because it's just common courtesy, How where does the shame kick in where you're kind of like, man, I really don't leave this person alone. I really should start thinking about just giving them their space and not mess with them like that. When does that kick in? What do you need? Does it have to turn ugly? You don't want it to be like that. You don't want it to be like, no, I said, that's enough. You don't want to do that. But sometimes you have to do that. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, then they get the signal that everything that they've been doing has been just fine. And it's not. You're trying to get across to them that, you know what? You're really, really wearing my good nature thin. You're talking to a person who loves to do for others, and you are murdering that spirit right here, right now. What is the point of all this that I'm saying? It's just something I had in my mind. Very random. Very random. Have you personally had people just impose on you? Like, little things become big things after a while. Can you do this little favor for me? This tiny little favor? Sure, it's a tiny favor. Can you do 100 more little favors like that for me? I would like to help you, but if I keep doing it, when will it stop? That's basically what I had on my mind. It's like the curse of doing favors for others. It's just, man. Well, I'm going to say that's been about 3 minutes or so. My timer's at 8. I don't know what time I actually put this in. I should have been watching that. But, oh, that's stiff. Let me stir it around and let it, there's that milky Tonkatsu look that I love so much. And not to sound too surprised, but there's a lot of noodles in here. So many noodles. I don't know, maybe I should let that soak a little longer. Maybe just a little bit longer. Now, as far as the little health problems I've been having lately, those are kind of cleared up. I still have a little bit of congestion in my chest, but it's nowhere near as bad as it's been. I found out the other day that we had some Sahara dust. I don't know what that is. A bunch of stuff blew in from the Sahara, and it's been irritating people's lungs and stuff. Maybe that's what I got. I don't know. But whatever it is, I guess it's over, and I feel like I'm doing a lot better. I'm probably about 90%. You can still hear it in my throat here. Look at these noodles, man. Look, that's a lot of noodles. Still a lot in the cup. Can I get a thumbnail out of this? Okay. I never know how those thumbnails work. I always see people saying thumbnail and they stop and they pause, and that's the picture you see in their video. I'm like, is there like a certain time I'm supposed to do that or what? No idea. Okay, I guess that's long enough. Let's eat. Very nice. I mean, the noodles are nothing new. I've had cup noodles before, and it's the same kind of noodles, but this flavor is pretty damn magnificent for cup noodle. Mmm. Very firm, very chewy noodle. And this soup, sometimes I have a hard time calling it soup because it's just like, I don't know. But I don't want to call it juice. So it's creamy. It's such a creamy texture. It's so good. First time I had a real ramen, it was a Tonkatsu ramen. It had pork belly, it had all the fixings in it, and pork bone broth, which is what Tonkatsu is. I had never tried it before, and when I tried it, I was instantly sold on it. I haven't even had that many different kinds of ramen, but I already know Tonkatsu is my favorite. And having the pork belly in it just sent it right over the top. Just excellent. So now I see all these different brands from Nissin and such, and their Tonkatsu flavor, and it's like, yeah, bring it here. They had this Taste of Asia one that I liked very much. That was a Tonkatsu ramen. And it was very, very good. Very creamy, milky almost. And this flavor that's just like, it's not like regular pork flavor. It has like this really distinct flavor to it. Mmm. That was a lot. I would love to see the day when they can make these with like less sodium. I hate to think that they just rely so much on salt for the flavor, because there's a really nice flavor spectrum going on here. But man, the sodium in these things will just murder you, man. I'm not done yet, but I can already tell. This is going to be way satisfying. There's so much going on in here, and it's just mad flavor, great texture, everything I want in my cup of noodles. I probably forgot to mention I got this off the Wii app. And it's a plastic cup too. It's not the usual styrofoam noodle cup. But yeah, I got this off the Wii app. I don't remember what I paid for it. I want to say it's right around $2.49. Might be a little less. I'm not sure, but $2.49 sounds about right. And this is not something I'm going to leave some of the... Sometimes when I have, like, the regular cup noodle, I'll fix it and I'll drink a little bit of that soup. And, but I know that I'm drinking, like, a whole bunch of sodium, and I really shouldn't do that. I'm going to take that chance with this one, because it tastes that good. It really does. The flavor in it is just remarkable. I was going to put some of my dried Chinese sausage in here, but again, I didn't feel like stopping and getting it. I had to have it in the refrigerator next door. So, yeah, maybe next time. Maybe when I do one of the hot pots, I'll cut one of those up and put it in there. There's a couple ideas I have for it. I want to make myself a plate, and I want to add that sausage to the plate. But I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to put on the plate yet, so it'll be soon, though. Yeah, we're back on track with this one. So good. A higher price point, true, but to me, I think it's worth it. I really do. Like, I would buy like 5 more of these, easy. Man. It's a little joys in life, you know? Getting something that just tastes so good, it's like, not exactly what I would call life-changing, but it brings out that deep-seated joy inside of you, brings it out. Can't get over how smooth that is, how creamy that is. Still got a whole bunch of noodles left. Well, not a whole bunch, but Tonkatsu flavored big cup noodle is delicious. It's an absolute pass from me, and highly recommend it. It's on the Wii app, as always. I'll put a link below. Take a look, see what you see, and you may find something completely different in a whole other section of the Wii app. But give yourself a little treat. Try it out. I'm going to focus on getting more of these. They were that good. Well, I'm sorry if my little random talking points didn't make a whole lot of sense. It's just stuff that was weighing on my mind, and I want to get it out of my head before I go to sleep. And there was no solution offered to any of that. If I had to offer up a solution for that kind of a problem, it would be set boundaries and stick to your boundaries. Make people respect your boundaries. If they can't respect them, they can't respect you. If they don't respect you, they need to keep their distance. I don't think that's a negative thing. It's positive for you, for your well-being. You got to guard your well-being. You can't stress yourself out to the point of snapping just because people always have their hand out expecting the world from you. It doesn't work that way. That's unrealistic. So if you ever have to tell somebody no after a dozen yeses, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. They'll get over it. That's all I have for now, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Always appreciate you. Till next time, you take care. God bless. Stay fed. And I'll see you soon.